Hello and welcome to the round. Final round of the F1 TSU F1 2025 Championship. I hope everyone is ready. I am certainly not. I wanna take this opportunity to thank J-Benz and McVision for a great work over the year with setting up everything for the community to make this happen, to make this possible, and to make this possible, even though it was nerve-wracking at times and also very, very much heated at moments, especially in the last couple of rounds. But all in all, a great season, fantastic season, great organization, and great effort from them both, as well as great effort from our driver champion, Charged, who took it this year in the first season of F1, TSU F1. So yeah, congratulations to Charged, and also to his teammate for winning the Drivers' Championship and also the Constructors' Championship. And I am super happy for them, as well as for the rest of the grid who participating, taking part in this enormous effort. And also thanks to Charge and Nestory for pushing the grid into practicing more and bringing us to new levels that we wouldn't believe we could achieve. And yeah, all in all, thanks. And I wish everyone a good, nice race. And clean race especially. And good fun. I won't be listening to Paladin's stream tonight, as I thought I might leave him alone a little bit there, but please go ahead and watch his stream, and especially that he is commenting from a different angle, and on my stream you just have my POV. But yeah. Please go ahead and watch Paladin's stream, because I think he deserves it as well. He puts in so much effort into it as well. Even though he sometimes appears as if he's like tired and, but yeah. For some reason, I'm not seeing the chat currently. Not sure why. Wait, is this pre-qualifying? Good luck, everyone. And now we paused, obviously. Okay. Damn, this was intense. This is really getting intense. Maybe we could listen to Paladin's stream, who knows?
It is awfully.
Good luck. Damn.
He did. Yeah, sorry. Fantastic job there. So.
It was a 12.1.
Yomali, Igiyava, Cyberpunk, Japans, and Darren get eliminated there. And the top 10 are as follows: Nestori, Yano, Charged, Grandi, Stealth, Vispa, McVision, Shizo, Yuki, and Kosandari, all going into Q3, which means a fantastic upcoming race there.
Hell yeah.
It will be an intense battle down the track. I like also how the three McLarens are up at front. And all in classic Marlboro McLaren livery. That is peak F1.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Yeah. You're not allowed to advertise cigarettes anymore.
You don't know if that's Marlboro. That could be any weirdly shaped red and white brand there.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
qualification here.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, calling Red Triangle Company. I think that is very appropriate to say that. Yeah, Red Triangle Company
Red
is
Triangle Company.
sponsoring their the McLarens. Let's remain with Nestori. I don't know about you, Finlay, but I find it a little bit amusing because Nestori just waited on purpose a little bit to get into the zone. I am always so
I didn't even know he was that far back.
Yeah. I'm always so impatient. I always go as soon as the light turns green. I hate waiting. I also hate driving with different ghosts. So I understand what Nestori is up to, but I hate waiting for this even more. So I always just bolt out there and try to set a good lap.
Absolutely.
I am curious kind of how it's going to shape up here.
I'm just
I
letting
mean-
you know the onboard camera from Nestori's point of view is beautiful. He's hitting every single apex. Oh, he's just gone a bit on the inside.
Yeah, no, and then he had a little wall punch there.
Absolutely beautiful. It's
Shit, I must have.
honestly amazing to watch. But he's coming across in second. He's a tenth behind the 12.4.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to have a
But
good race.
we now know
Clean
that
race.
this is not like the best time possible. And honestly, I think that will make Charge a little mad, maybe, or pun intended, a little charged up. Let's see. Let's see how this shapes
I like
them
the
out, because I would
livery
expect
attempt here.
I would expect Nestori to maybe have one still up his sleeve. But yeah, all in all, I mean, just look at the timing sheets. It is fantastic. Yes, we have some like
Isn't I
ups,
think he's
ups and
improving?
downs. Yuki is certainly not being a representative for his lap time that he set with a 1:14.5.
Yeah, Yuki really sort of disappointing lap
uh,
time right now, but I hope he can
Oh, that is an
manage
amazing. Yeah, true. Yeah,
get
maybe
a better
that's why
time
he
because
hits
he
the slow
put
down
so much
penalties.
effort in. I don't think this lap was good because that felt slow around the last corner.
Indeed.
Yeah, no improvement there. Unlucky there for
Yuki
Yuki.
not finding, but really funny. Just that we spoke about Yuki not finding the improvement that he needed. I mean, yes, he was faster, but
Skizzo just came smashing through the walls for the final.
yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
I'll be back in a
12.6.
second.
We can really say that Chizo is Oli Behrman there. Stealth imitating George Russell in the best ways possible. Kusandere pulling an Alpine up to P5 is nearly unheard of. Probably cheating engine or somebody aiming for a safety car there. I don't know.
Who let an Alpine to Q3? But we have all the eliminated races coming back to join the grid again for the start of the 37 laps here at the Abu Dhabi Yas Marina Bay circuit.
Oh yeah, definitely. But until the drivers get ready, I'll... where is OBS? Here's OBS. I'm a little confused today. Let's go over the standings really quick. And I
Absolutely,
need to
let's
pull
do it.
them up. Yeah, that's why I opened Discord again.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna full name drop the F1's name for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. You ready?
Oh yeah,
The
come on.
Formula One Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2025.
Oh, that sounds... I don't know. I don't want to incriminate myself, but that sounds... it's
Yeah.
not the worst
Have you
F1
heard?
race.
Hold on.
The worst
Do you want to
was...
hear the Imola one?
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on.
that was the
Let me
worst
find
one, definitely. Was it Emilia Romana Grand Prix de Italie de irgendwas? De Heineken?
Here you go. You ready? Here you go. The Formula One AWS Gran Premio del Made in Italy dell'Emilia Romagna 2025.
Yeah, that
I
sounds.
butchered that, but
I get your point, basically. Okay.
It's a good thing
So-
we're not doing MLR.
Charged. Amazing racetrack. Not so much for F1 cars, but amazing racetrack. Charged
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
is P1 and will remain P1 in the championship standings. I think Grandi has also overtook Nestor here, which is also fine. Stealth is also pretty safe there. McVision and Taxivator are really close, but Taxivator is not competing today, as it seems. Or did you catch him in the? Is he in the lobby?
Who's this, sorry?
Taxivator.
Taxivator's down on 18th.
Oh yeah, okay. But being at 18th at this track, I think it's safe to say
Okay,
that
I'm
he
back.
has a hard job of scoring points today. So McVision seems safe. Yuki can do it. Can still defend his championship, I think, against Yono. Both are in point scoring contention, only 2 points away. So yeah, but these two, it's kind of here not there. Yormeli
Absolutely.
can maybe Yormeli can make up a couple of points to Yuki and Yono, but honestly I don't know.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
I
but
wish
the
good
real
luck,
interesting
everyone.
fight is between Igiawa and Dremet, and J-Benz, but honestly only Igiawa is starting in the top 10. Dremet dropped out in Q1. J-Benz dropped
Igavia is starting P14.
14.
He's down in P14.
Really? Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Ha! Yeah, okay. Then Javens
alright.
has maybe better cards of climbing up the ranks, but it will be very hard for him. And Javens needs definitely 2 points to be in front of them. Yeah,
Schizo
this
is,
and the rest.
Schizo's in the chat wondering what strategy to use. Typically, it's not the best strategy to be asking your opponents for their strategy, because
But this mind
that
games,
doesn't
mind
seem
games.
the smartest.
Schizo is racing for Sauber, and I know that Dremet and McVision. Yes, McVision was ill the last couple of days, so maybe he didn't prepare that much. But McVision is always very, very handy together with Dremet when it comes to getting their shit together for race strategy. So I think it's safe to say that Schizo is prepared or will be race engineered by either Dremet or McVision throughout the race, definitely. Yeah, for the constructors, the first 3 positions are safe, I guess. Sauber could maybe overtake Red Bull, but it should take them a good points haul there. Racing Bulls is also looking like to defend their position also, although Kusandri also did a fantastic job the last couple of races, no doubt there. Ferrari looks safe, Williams looks safe, Haas and Cadillac, I don't think there's a Cadillac driver competing.
Not sure.
Yeah, Haas will probably
Who's
score
not
some
ready?
points,
Akram?
and the rest of the teams is not competing or
Akram's
not
not
in
ready.
a point scoring position. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
as I said, the standings are not that interesting anymore. At least the constructors championship. But my problem with this year's
Still
TSU F1 season was that I think I didn't pay close enough attention about the point swings in the championship. I've tried to stay up on top with the top racers, but it was not. I wasn't that interested in the rest of the field. Maybe this was a little bit of a mistake.
Good luck.
But as you can see from
We have race starting now. Sorry to interrupt you.
no, that's good.
Wait, why did I start almost last? Wrong settings?
Schizo there in the deep
Posendale still has the speed out of turn 5 going down the straight.
Oh,
Oh, are we calling for a restart? What's happened? Wrong positions.
oh, they didn't start with the
Ooh.
correct positions. Tactical restart.
Damn, it went smooth as fuck.
All right.
That was okay. Then I have still maybe. You know what? I'm going to run to the kitchen. I need a tactical second beer.
All right. Quick, get on it. In the meantime, I just hope that the race doesn't start to. Okay, got 30 seconds. This is the real race that everyone came to the stream to watch. Can Paladin get a second win?
I'm getting a call.
Uh-oh.
Need to decline this.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how long it takes. Schizo again, probably, yeah. Of course, Akram not ready.
Yeah, apparently it was really the wrong group.
Oh yeah.
Apparently the voice chat was complaining off the start.
Good luck again.
The heat is on. Alright. And the race starts. Nestori already chopping in. Oh, there's a big bundle there forming behind Kusandari with Schizo in behind. The battle here has begun. There's so many cars here happening. Schizo going for the move, helped by the drop there. Some small touches there with Darren and Grandi. Darren getting pushed on the outside, but not on purpose. Oh no, yeah, that's very unfortunate for him. Small collision there. Darren driving wide, hitting McVision there. That looked also not so purposeful. And Yono being stuck behind Kusandari there, but Yono, I think now with the slipstream on the main straight, or not the main straight, I mean on the start finish straight, sorry. Maybe he can get into the range. Oh no. Oh yeah, thank you. I forgot to include this. We are getting here a little bit of a slipstream battle going. I think I'll switch. Oh, Grandi moving to the outside in front of Wispert there. And he makes the move successfully. And also, Nestori was overtaken by Stealth. But this is due to... Yeah. Nestori holds it good, but Stealth still in front. Yomeli with the okay in chat. There's so much going on. Charged is storming away. Yeah. Indeed. Only question is which McLaren driver he is imitating today. Yomeli disconnecting. He is. Whoa. Okay, yeah, I mean, with your nationality, it's no big surprise there. Schizo driving up to Nestori. Will we see a move in slipstream? No, I can't debug. I know this. Okay, need to try it now. It's not close enough for Schizo. Grandi making a move on Kusandari, so Grandi moving up the field once more. Yomani there, parked on the side, which is a very good sign. He should have retired somewhere else, in my opinion. Yomali disconnected and parked the car, but on the middle of the track, basically. Or not in the middle, he is now positioned at the runoff. Ooh, Igiyama. Yeah, it would be funny. Actually, we had a race, a special race in the NASCAR series, OCR. Good call, definitely.
Damn, these messages are distracting.
Now everybody will ask himself, what the fuck is turn 9? Oh, so... Squizo now under attack by Yono. And Yono moving to the outside. Very surprising for me. But he finds the grip necessary. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, come on, run. Oh, Kusandori going wide into the, I think that's the first or the second turn. Oh no, that was the second to last. I am still not good with this tracker. Kusandori, yeah, going wide, having to let Grandi by. Yuki now also in the slipstream of Kusandori. So maybe we will see something happening. Maybe on the main straight. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, Yuki moving to the outside of Kusandori before the big braking zone. And Yuki, yeah, braking late but firm and gets past Kusandori there. Skizo, I think, was also overtaken by Yono. What did that happen? Oh, yeah. And both on medium tires. Yeah, he is. Oh, fantastic. Kusandori is a fantastic driver. Yono now on the attack here on his own teammate, and Yono on soft tires. He should really, McLaren should really think about. Sorry, what did you say? Ah, okay. So Skizo is really going for the soft, hard strategy, which is interesting. His teammate McVissen started on medium tires. Yuki also in mediums. The drivers have, like in real F1, the drivers have to race 2 different tire compounds at least. So from that perspective, Yuki is already set. He is now on his second tire compound and should be fine there. Yono is. What is the one stop? Is it medium hard or hard medium? Yeah, both McLarens on soft tires going now charged on mediums, Yono on mediums. So the McLarens decide for a faster tire. Maybe they do soft medium or soft medium hard. Not quite sure. I'm not quite. Shizu had to make some evasive action there, or maybe misjudge the corner. The good thing for Yono and Charged is, I mean, Charged is in traffic. This is, yeah. Charged is in traffic now. That is really not good for him. I mean, I mean, Igiyama. I just thought for a second how funny it would be to have DRS in TSU. Igiyama has honestly not a big chance against a charge, but this is costing. Oh, Drammit there going off track a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is also a big hunk of change there. Stealth was just in the pit lane, also relieving himself of his quite used soft tires now. I'm not quite sure if anybody else is on soft tires still out. But I think... no, I'm quite sure that the soft runners have changed all their tire compounds, yes? Yeah. Oh, Whisper going for the move against Cyber. Cyber running in the points. Yeah. Yeah, he already disconnected, I think, so it's a shame, honestly. Would be cool to have all 20 cars running, but yeah, I get the frustration, you know, from time to time. Yeah, definitely. Cyberpunk now in the draft of J-Benz. And J-Benz going wide with his medium tires and has to... yeah, the medium tires of J-Benz on 64%, they already start to show their age. So Cyberpunk now getting into an evasive action there. And now he's defending the outside. The outside. Cyberpunk. Wow, Cyberpunk going into the back of Whisper there. That was not very nice of him, but also I think not on purpose. Not charged, getting into the mix there. This is the trouble for the soft runners. They all have come into positions where they have now trouble with traffic. And this is costing charged valuable time. Charged again, slammed a little bit into the back. No, sorry. Pit stops don't take a lot, but yeah, you lose around like 20 to 25 depending on the track. Java? Ah, yeah, now I have it. That's, yeah, very unfortunate for him.
Oh, Randy is just like almost missed the pit when Thomas hit
yeah, another set of mediums. It's interesting that the mediums are, I mean, medium hard then maybe?
Yeah, the medium hard one now.
But it's
unless you're doing the alternative down the bottom.
But the question is if the pit window for medium tires or for the soft tires is that small, with 6 to 8 laps, then I think that he is not going on soft tires at the end. He needs to get on the hard tires then, because he stretched his first set of mediums for 10 laps. If he does the same again, he has 17 remaining. Yes, if he stretches it out even longer, maybe 12, maybe 14. But it's yeah. But he is still not safe. I mean, Vispa is still lurking in behind. Yes, Vispa on older hard tires. Yeah, okay, no, I reversed my straight and charged this already way ahead. Yeah, McVision Cassandra coming in. Let's see what they are doing. Both on mediums, yeah. Schizo overtaking now Dramet. Schizo so far doing a nice job on the race. He had a little bit unfortunate time with his pit timing, so he also exited in a lot of traffic. Yeah. But he is stretching them very nicely already in lap 12. And Grandi now, one of our first stoppers, is now back to P6 behind Vispa. But Vispa honestly is defending furiously, as he is always. Vispa is very good. Yeah. I mean, Vispa knows honestly that he is now very much out of options. What he could try is to take the over/under here, but yeah, Grandi is just with the extra speed that the draft gives him. He is just fast enough. But now Whisper coming back, but Grandi knows how to defend. Yeah. Grandi did a good move there in positioning himself on the outside enough that Whisper wouldn't try it. So I think, yeah. Yeah. Yuki now taking the lead, but Yuki is on 40% medium tire. And if we watch him here, Yuki is like on ice skates. He has so much trouble now with the grip that I can only imagine how painful it is for him. But if Yuki is doing the next stint like this as well, with mediums and then another set of mediums, Yuki is on an excellent plan for medium soft. But honestly, 9 laps soft are a little bit dangerous. Maybe he's also trying to get the one stop done. That could be as well, but we will see. I still have not much of a clue how the hearts are doing. Darren is running on the hearts. He's at 48% now. I think Darren can maybe do 1 or 2 more laps. Yeah, Darren in the pits. It's crazy. The problem is the more you go off track, the more you shred your tires in TSU. So it is, if you are doing like long runs, then it is very essential to try to remain on track and try to stay as cool as possible. And yeah. I mean, it's like the tire difference, but you know what I think is very interesting? what I think is interesting, Stealth for a good while run in P2. By the way, Stealth is the one with the weird Greek letters in his name. We always call him Stealth because I'm too lazy to actually find out what he is supposed to spell there. But he is fine with Stealth, so
I saw him on the leaderboard at the start of the race.
yeah.
I was like,
What is this? Yeah. Just to, yeah. So Stealth.
Whisper coming, you can come into the pits now, sorry.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
32% medium tires. He's swapping them for more mediums.
What surprised me is that Stealth was running in P2 for a good while actually at the start of the race, but due to his early pit stopping, he fell back so much, and now his teammate Grandi is the number one pursuer of Charged again, which is how it was the whole season long. But it's interesting how they, it seems like swapped places on precision, on purpose.
Actually, could be a bit of field strategy.
I need to come into the pits now.
But of course, now that Yuki's coming to the pits, Card leads the race again. As we always knew he would. But he's managed to fight his way through traffic to lead it. And Gandhi behind him is on better mediums. What's the difference between them? It's 74% mediums for Gandhi and 56% for Card. So that's taking a little equalizing factor. Looks like
Grandi should be gaining. I mean, like roughly 20% is a big margin, and we can't forget that Charged pitted on lap 7 or lap 8. So honestly, Grandi is in a position where you can and where you should expect him.
Gandhi was gaining through that final sector, but actually still had a 2
Yeah, I mean, you can't forget that. You can't forget that Charged is like the fastest driver here on track. Period. Yes, Nestori was a little faster in one particular Q2 here, but overall, Charged is just a machine when it comes to this. But
Max has a margin for a second this year.
yeah, true. And he is arguably still the best driver out there. Not even arguably, I think factually, actually. I mean, when we,
He is absolutely the best driver.
yeah, when it comes to Raw, not completely dropping the fucking ball, then Max Verstappen is definitely. Oh yeah!
Overtake on the exit turn.
What a brilliant and sneaky move.
Oh, that was one of the best moves.
That was so sneaky. Honestly, I wouldn't expect it. But will we see the return move here? Charged is in the slipstream. He's getting closer. He's moving out to the inside. Is he trying to outbrake Grandi? And yes, he is. Small contact on the rear, but it is enough so far for Charged to remain in front. Grandi now with the return kill, maybe. Can we?
I don't think he had enough grasp there. He didn't get enough speed.
Grandi on the outside, which will turn into the inside really quick. Charged trying now an over-under move, but it's not enough. Grandi is defending very well. Nestori is joining the fight, actually. Nestori on softs? When did this happen? Yeah, he's on medium softs and whatever, and actually Charged letting Nestori through, because I think internally they said Nestori definitely has the better tires right now. Nestori needs to make progress here, and honestly, if Nestori attacks Grandi, Nestori can use this to slow down Grandi enough so that Charged has a really nice time racing there on his own a little bit. Nestori now in the slipstream. Will he move into the inside? Yes, indeed he will. The chicane is owned by Nestori now. Switchback move. Nestori already trying to slow down Grandi a little bit there. It is fantastic, honestly. Grandi now doing a move on the outside, but Nestori shielding the exit of the corner. Nestori again with the soft tires on a strategy that allows him to fully defend Grandi. But I'm not seeing enough of the slowdown stuff that I would have expected. But maybe that is not the intention right now.
And maybe they just decided that they want their story to have one. So Charles comes into the pits for his second time.
Yeah, then it makes actually sense that Nestori is now in front. Because, yeah, he's just battling. But now he can really be a buffer between Grandi and Charge.
Charles just put on hard tires. Charles just hit a wall in the pit lane.
Oh no, really?
That's going to be a little bit extra slow. Looks like Activator might come around and challenge a little bit for ninth place here. No, Charles is going to hold it down to 25. Usually extending the nose over Darren down Oh, not quite. Late earlier on the braking. Darren hitting the back of Yuki.
I just saw what you said. Darren now in a fierce battle there with Yuki. Schizo,
What the switch back through turn 9?
brilliant move honestly, but Darren is still on the inside, so all the brilliance is not sufficient through simple geometry there. I mean, come on, you are from Australia, home of the best touring car series out there. Rapping is racing. So I really like the V8 supercars, by the way. I think the racing has dulled down a little bit in the last years, but it's still fantastic stuff. The tracks, the cars, it's cool.
Fun little ticket. Not anymore, but I, for the first, I think, 15 years of my life, lived in Bathurst.
Oh, nice. That is sick.
The track itself is open to the public. It's just a kind of a...
So it's like Nürburgring, for example.
Yeah, it's the only thing is you can't gun it past like 150 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean you could, but you shouldn't get big card, you know.
Yeah, no. Okay, here's a little tidbit that the cops don't even know about Bathurst. They actually send cops with speed guns tracking the reverse because all the bikers go up there to
Yeah, mate, yeah.
and then they gun it down Conrad, and then they just see a cop coming the other way. Boom.
Yeah.
If you're a biker in Bathurst, go over and stop Bathurst.
You heard it here first, guys. Maybe I should make. Grandi also was in the pits, changing to hard tires, which is unexpected. I thought Grandi would pit a little later, but I mean, yeah, he was kind of in no man's land. McVision with that pit cycle now on P2. Actually, we also missed Nestori pitting because Stealth is now leading the race. Grandi is in front of Nestori after the pit. But Nestori is now getting in front of him because Nestori used the slipstream fantastically. Yuki joining in there and making the clusterfuck for Grandi even more excruciating. I think Kusandari must have taken a shortcut penalty there because he was so slow off the exit. Nestori now. He is a fantastic racer. Yeah. And Charge, in my opinion, Kusandari there, a near miss with Charge. Kusandari was on the outside and trying. Okay. So that means that who's in the lead now? McVision is in the lead, sorry. And Nestori now overtaking Darren. And honestly, for me right now, it looks way more like a race victory for Nestori. Darren going a lot too close, but Darren getting now overtaken by 2, and this is a recipe. This is a recipe for disaster. This doesn't work at all. Free wide was very unnecessary. From like mainly from Grandi's perspective, I think it was unnecessary. Grandi should have realized a little earlier that this won't fit. But what I just wanted to say, I think McLaren or charged with his strategy decision cut in his own flash because he always exited in traffic. It is not a good thing if you are the fastest driver on track, period, but you always get into traffic when you pit it. Yes, he now has a lot of
This is
time
intense.
to make up for this, but Yuki is ahead. Not Yuki is ahead, but Grandi is like 1.2 seconds ahead, and they are all on the same tire compound now. So Charged actually has to do. Yes, but no. Grandi and Charged are on the same stage exactly, and Nestori as well. Yeah. But Yuki has to pit. Yuki has to pit again. Yeah.
This is also officially
Yeah.
and everyone's been overtaking it, so what's the point of really fighting?
Maybe that the point is that there are no yellow flags in TSU. We are like normal racing folks. We take it how it is, and we just don't care about flags.
Yeah, no.
We are the very uncivilized motor people.
We need to come up with a new acronym for the FIA that makes it so that we can be stupid about it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And that story is built up a massive gap behind them. The fight is battling Grande.
Oh, this is again a free wide scenario. Again with Darren. That won't work again. And it won't work again for Grandi. But Grandi learned a little bit, but not too much, in my opinion. Yeah. And honestly, I think it will remain like this. I don't see Nestori slowing down, and I don't see Charge taking a 2.5 second lead of his compatriot there. As fast as he is, but I think we are settled here. And in my opinion, if I can be honest, I think Darren, in his current racing position, is defending way too hard. Because he definitely has to pit. Yeah, and he is defending so hard from Yuki that it's costing himself a lot of time. Yuki there, crashing, and Grandi unfortunately crashing into Yuki. Stealth running in P6 like on his own. Yuki is 2.7 up ahead and Yono is 2.4 behind, so nothing happening there. Oh, big fight here! Yono, Lispa and Cyberpunk going 3 wide into the chicane, followed by McVision there. Yeah, and now it's hard for me to decide who I think will end up there. I can fly?
Sometimes. I think we've got Whisper and Southpunk who are not doing it before the end of this race. So really the bandit between Yellow and
Oh yeah, there they go. A very great call. Darren also now into the pit lane. Yava moving up a few spots through that. Yeah.
Might be settling into a long race the last 10 laps
Not quite, because Texivator and Kusandori are incredibly close still, and both are on like their final tire compound, and Texivator is on the faster compound. Texivator now seem yeah, probably 80% mediums over 10 laps is a stretch. I'll give you that definitely. Texivator is doing a fantastic job right now to rob our soul and brave Alpine of the only points that he is going to get this race. So Texivator moves his Red Bull up to P10, which is a fantastic thing. Good question. Do you still remember what Iki started with? Oh, good. Because I think, honestly, Iggy is on the opposite fastest strategy. He's on hard, soft. So maybe he comes in a couple of laps, switches to soft. Because 50, you are probably correct, because 58 is very low. Shitsu typing in S, the chat, which I have no clue. Yeah, maybe it needs to. Yeah.
We also almost finished already. What's the
terms of lap traffic are like normal F1 rules, I would say, as normal as they are. Very stretchable thing there. It's normal blue flag, so the slower drivers have to make way for the faster. We are not in NASCAR where there are no
Yuki progressed good.
Blue flag rules. So yeah, it's like normal racing rules.
Let's hope that Rain's commentary isn't pathetic about Audi driving on the
Who knows? I mean,
I can see the cars in front of me, but it will be
Sauber
very
is on
difficult
an
to
upward
get them.
trajectory, which honestly, speaking like real F1 engineering stuff, shows that the investments that Audi already made, they are coming into the right place at the right time. So in my opinion, Audi is on a very good trajectory, transforming the team into something bigger. For me, the biggest question mark is the Audi power unit, because we saw it in the past, where yes, there were new power unit manufacturers like Honda with McLaren in
Almost did a Latifi
2016
there.
or whenever this was, where yes, they came in, they made a lot of fuss about, and at the end they went to nowhere. But at the same time, you have like a Mercedes power unit or other power unit suppliers. Actually, Mercedes is actually supplying since the
So Yuki on
90s.
soft tires.
Ferrari
Okay.
since forever. Renault, Honda,
damn it, over
but
there.
Renault, nothing
Okay.
to write home about. Yeah, this is.
Next year's coming up in that last bracket. So I think.
Whoa! That was so beautifully clean. Yeah. That was an insanely effective move. Ha! I'm very impressed, honestly. And you know what I said a couple of laps ago? I said that there's no way that Charge is going to close a 2.5 lap delta to his teammate. Yeah, now he's sitting on 1.4. Okay, so maybe oh no, it's still at 2.4. Huh? 2.5? No, okay, yeah, then it will definitely remain. I mixed it up with I mixed it up with the difference
think I'm
between
sort of
Grandi and
Making mistakes more and more. Sliding around, Remit is now behind. Luckily he's... Yeah, okay, now he's catching. He was slightly falling back. Not sure what tires he has. Medium, okay. So same strategy probably as I.
I mean, we're up to the number one.
Why are you so loud?
5 laps to go. Pardon?
You are very loud. Now, just now. Did you
Oh,
adjust
I don't
your
know what's
seating?
happened. I haven't changed anything. Sorry.
The fuck? Okay, I'll tune you down simply. That was incredibly weird. I was just checking because my aunt wrote something in our family chat and I thought it was important, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Is it ever when it's not?
I mean, sometimes, you know, it's. What are we looking at here?
Vincent and Jono are here fighting for the
Oh yeah.
fifth position. Looks like Vincent's on the better tyres, but Jono seems to be just lapping faster in general. He's going to have a bit of draft as well if he can keep it close going out of turn 5. But this high downforce section might lose him some time here. Oh, he's done well on the braking into
Oh
turn
yeah,
5.
that was a
And now
very
he's at
good
the draft.
move.
Schizo and Taxivator are also having a good little drafting battle. Cosendary, I think, might just be out of the drafting range of Darren. But looks like... Vision has gotten a... Oh no, Vision is still holding position over Jono. Can Jono make the move down into turn 9 here with the slightly worse tyres?
I actually don't think that he
It's gonna be
can
very
right
close.
now because Jono is still not close enough to make vision on the big straight with the normal braking point, or with the bigger braking point. Jono was like 0.3 seconds behind McVision and couldn't change a lot of this about it, even with draft. And I think Jono still has to wait a couple more laps to get really close to McVision to then make a move work. But Schizo
But every
is...
lap they wait is going to be more tired and making it harder. You can see as they're coming out of turn 2 there's a lot of smoke coming off the tyres from how much they're starting to just slip a bit. Schizo is just flung right off.
Yeah, Schizo is also having trouble keeping it on the road now. He is really getting to the point where he
Wait,
is...
Charles and Nestor, they're about to have a battle here. Charles is caught right up. I don't know what's happened there. Nestor might have had a...
Nestor must have been
bad
going
run,
off.
like getting a
Yeah.
shortcut.
Either that or
But,
he must have gone off. The question is now, how are the team orders playing out? Is Nestor...
That would be interesting to listen in on. We need to get a radio going so we can get a snippet of radio.
Ah, yeah, that would be funny.
But it's going to be very, very close now. Ingrandi is also there, but I don't think they're going to have pace to keep up with the McLarens. I think Nestor...
Kandi is
even
close
on-
enough
no,
now.
Nestor's got better size.
I'm not quite sure if like both McLarens had a smaller, because Charged was like 1 second. 1 second away from Grandi when we last checked. But Charged has like 1 lap or 2 lap less worse tires. So maybe that's where the time delta
Yeah.
is going from, is coming from. Um,
I think Nestor is still going to hold it for the rest of this race. There's that ever so slight tire deficit between the two. And Charge is looking fast, but I think Nestor is just going to hold the pace over him for the rest of the race. Grundy, on the other hand, is on the freshest tyres out of the top three here, and maybe looking like a threat to Charge in P2. And so I think Nestor's dropped back to give Charge a bit of a draft down the straight so that he's out of the range of Grundy.
yeah, that could be
I think that might be what they're
could be
playing
the
at.
reason. Yes.
And it looks like Grundy is getting close to
hear-
Charge down the main straight
You
there.
can just push Darren off, and Darren also very close there
Ooh.
with Kusandari. Riding sorry, so maybe not being on purpose. Kusandari trying to get back into the point scoring positions, and I am very interested in seeing.
That'd be a good way for the Alpine to end off the season.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
look at this. Grundy is going around Charge, going into turn 6 here. And Grundy on the outside, but going to the inside through this corner. Charge is going to stay there.
Yeah, but
also
Charge
on
said
the
the slow-
blue, that'll slow down a lot.
Yeah. But charge now for the maybe a little bit also opportune overtaking
Oh,
spot
Not
there.
going to get there. I think Nestor's abandoned that strategy of giving Charge the toe. Seems to have pulled ahead. That's making me think it was sort of a mistake.
Oh,
but
Charge.
Charge is also battling with Grundy.
Oh, and Charge getting his nose in
This
there.
is looking like a good ending. This is the penultimate lap. There's one more after this. And Charge is going to dive down the final corner. And Grundy's going to hold it for now.
This is really incredibly.
Charge trying to get every bit of drafting he can.
This will definitely go on all the time. All the end to the lap, charged with his more used tires now into the braking zone. Both make it safely around there, just maybe with a little bit of a better exit, but
Grundy,
Grundy,
what is he?
yeah, he's trying to break the slipstream.
Yeah. But here comes Charged. Charging up down the inside of turn 6.
Yeah, but
He's going
charged,
to break early.
charged is,
And Grundy's gone wide.
yeah, but charged now on the outside.
That extra little bit of defending. Grundy's gone wide, giving Charge a chance to come up and be side by side going into turn 9, the big spoon sweeper past where Yomelli is crashed
Oh,
out.
they both get
in the
so
first
much
5 laps.
understeer out of there.
And Charge is now pushing
Charge,
down.
charge is now sufficiently
pushing him
inside, and Stealth
Getting-
joining the
getting
battle.
around
Stealth nearly
Stealth is
run.
joining in. This is such a
into-
final lap.
Yeah, Stealth nearly
Nestor
run
is
into
also
the
gonna get
side
held
of
up by
his.
Terra here. But here comes Charged. Or here comes Grundy holding on. It looks like Charged is going to hold it. It's going to be a
Yeah.
McLaren 1-2.
Yeah.
And Nestor.
Oh, Grundy
Will take
making
it
it
in.
P3. Oh no, Stealth P4.
Vincent P5, Jono P6. Rady coming across as the only bit of black traffic other than the crash Yomelli.
Taxi Vader.
Taxi Vader 7,
Yuki
Yuki 8,
P8.
Skizzo 9th, and Darren 10th.
Haha, Cyber teasing Tremont there. What happened to
Ooh, Poston Derry's come across 13th.
yeah, I just
5th or 6th.
damn it.
Brilliant racing though. What a finale ending. Here comes Guardian.
And Garrett, Aryan and Hera rounding off the season. It was fantastic. Thank you to everybody.
What a beautiful ending on a beautiful track, and such a climactic final lap.
Indeed.
Okay,
is.
I
Tire
believe
strategies all
the
played out.
final words or the final bit of Paladin stream you can, I guess, watch on his stream. Right now, I would like to share the, let's see, the recording, and I would like to go straight into the straight into the recap. Just give me a second here, quickly. I need a few seconds. This needs to go off. This needs to go off. This needs to go off. And this needs to go off. No, not that one, but... No, not that one. Tires. That stuff and that stuff. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for their effort in organizing, helping out the organizers as well as other drivers in terms of figuring out how to participate, race, and everything else. For some reason, organizers as well as my chat was not working or is not working in OBS, so I have to watch it myself on my stream, and I have to sort of figure out when you're typing and when not. So yeah, okay, but let's go into the recap, and I think there was a nail biter in the end between... Oh, I am very quiet. Okay. Okay. I hope I am not quiet now. Not sure what it is, but my microphone is in front of me, and I am definitely I cranked it up to the fullest. So yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and... No, wait. Better. Okay. So let's go ahead and watch this. So here we have Charged in P1, Nestory P2, as expected. Wait. This is of wrong order, isn't it? Is this the wrong order? No, this is the right order. Shit. Okay. Well, Akram starting P4. What the hell? I was confused there for a second. It was, I'm sorry for the last one, got pushed off my Yuki, and I was trying to steady. Okay. Okay, so Charged, Nestory, Stealth, Shizo, or Akram. I refer to Akram as Akram. Then Kosandari, Vispa, Yono, pretty strong. Vispa as well. I recently was practicing with Yuki and Vispa was not doing so well in the practice sessions, but apparently when it comes down to the qualifying, Vispa performs. Yono, then we have Grandi, McVison, Yuki starting P10. This was a shock for me because I know how strong Yuki is, and I have seen him doing fantastic laps like sub 1 minute 13s, like in the lower part of the 1 minute 12s. So yeah, it's a shame to see him there, but I guess the track is difficult to nail, especially one slight runoff, and you lose quite a lot of time, especially if it's in some of the important corners. And then we have J-Benz, myself in P13, Igiava, Jormeli, and Dremet. The usual suspects sort of quite close to each other. Then we have Arjen, Taxivader, Radi, and Pera. Taxivader is going to have also a very good race. I think qualifying somewhere in the points, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the race. I think there was not much going on here in the first couple of corners. Maybe slight pushes here and there, like the usual things which you would expect in the beginning. Here, the bumps in the back. Yeah, this is the bump actually that I noticed when we went around this corner, that I think Arjen pushed Jormeli and then Jormeli bumped into me unintentionally, obviously. Here, oh no, Jormeli actually bumped into me and then Arjen couldn't stop anymore, and then, so yeah. But let's stay here with the back of the pack, because some things might happen, and I will rewind a couple of times if necessary, because Jormeli will leave the race at some point. And yeah, McVision sort of lost out there a little bit, starting from P9 actually, and then losing out here, and then here this kerfuffle, it was a nightmare. I really was surprised that no big incidents happened, as you can see over here. Charged, obviously, Nestori and all the others in clean air. Meanwhile, Igiava bumping, I think, into... I will slow down half speed. I think Igiava bumped slightly there into... Yeah, totally missed the braking, bumped into McVision. Yeah, also used McVision as some sort of... yeah, brake to sort of slow down the car, because this was never going to end well otherwise. And then here, all this commotion. I mean, I couldn't get rid of or get away from the car of Igiava and J-Benz, and then all of a sudden we separated. And then here, I think it happened over here that Jormeli wrote okay, because I think he was pushed, not sure, and here he went through the slowdown, okay, and then okay, this is it. So yeah, P20 then for Jormeli. Hard to get braking point after evading the wall. Yeah, true. They did a Cyber Horia after the chicane. Quali. There is no such thing as Cyber Horia. Jormeli crashed out. Okay. Charge was the Minister of Defense. Yeah, I had also very nice battles with Vispa throughout the race, like at least for some of the stints. Yeah, but this is quite nice. Oh, here is the commotion again. Like I just heard like a couple of bumps in the background. I guess Igiava and J-Benz sort of collided there a little bit, bumped into each other. Oh, and then, ooh, Igiava. Oh my god. Oh, Igiava, the wall was too close. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, and then killed Jormeli there slightly. I mean, good recovery, Igiava, from that far back in lap 2, actually. So, yeah. Nah, Darren was Minister of Defense, okay. Yeah, Darren was fierce. As I have heard or listened to Paladin's stream, and then J-Benz, Vispa as well. I think McVision had a nice fight there as well with Darren. And I was actually hoping for them to lose a little bit of time so that J-Benz and I can catch them, but I guess J-Benz and we lost time as well fighting, and then Dremet. Oh, and then Jormeli bumped into Radi there. And then... Okay, okay. 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 And then Jormeli disconnected. How did his car get to the other side? Feels familiar, yeah. Feels very familiar, but how did it happen? So, I guess it started earlier, because maybe here somewhere, I'm not sure. So we have Jormeli and this is Radi in front. So, okay, Jormeli attempts an overtake over here. And then, okay. Well, I mean, this was nothing like Horia and myself. Horia came from the inside and bumped into me on the side, and this is a bump from the back. And I guess Jormeli, this was not intentional, as Radi came sort of to a full stop in the chicane, and Jormeli bumped into him, not anticipating a full stop almost. And then Radi bumped into Pera, but Radi losing time because he had to adjust the car. Yeah. I mean, this is nothing. In all honesty, this is just, I don't know. Like, this was uncalled for because, I mean, Jormeli usually doesn't do these things, and it was still the second lap of the race, so there is so much to get there. I mean, obviously, if Radi got bumped many times prior to this one, then I can get why he. Yeah, Jormeli did lift actually there, and then, but then I guess both of them sort of. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna rewind anymore, but yeah, this shouldn't have happened in the race, as the race was still fresh. It's just the second lap, and yeah. Well, let's move on. I think we saw everything here. I don't need to comment further. I think it's not okay, but yeah. Okay, so let's see what's going on at the front. So we have charged. We have, wait, just let me quickly change to some other car. Yeah, okay, let's go with this one. And then let's go on. So I believe here this turn, like the outside of this turn sort of was really the way to go if you wanted to defend, because you would set up your car for the next couple of turns, but that was really the only thing that happened. I believe it was the only thing. Radi failed second turn of chicane on his own. Yeah, it looks extreme. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, if Radi got bumped previously, I mean, I don't want to go back and analyze it to the core or to the root. But if Radi got bumped during the first opening laps by other cars, and then maybe Radi just, had to just, like if he got like 10 bumps or pushes or whatever, like in lap 1 and 2 together, and then he sort of, lost it because maybe that was that one push too much. So yeah, charged, running away there in the front or at the front, followed there by Stealth, Mastery and Akram, also followed by Yono, and Akram doing very well so far, by staying in the proximity of those fast cars, now trying to defend against Yono over there. Meanwhile, trying also to keep the ideal line into turn 1 to have a good exit over here, which is very much necessary in order to have a good setup for the long straight. McVision finally got away from Darren. Myself, I was backed up by J-Benz over here. McVision trying to get to Vispa. Vispa, in my opinion, also defending very, very harsh tonight. Very, very, very fierce as well, Vispa. He sort of he sort of, you know, squeezes you to the side or whatever. I thought the whole time it was Darren, but then when I figured out it was Vispa, I was like, okay, that I didn't know Vispa was doing that thing. And then Vispa obviously got a shortcut probably over here through the chicane. Yes, here he got a shortcut. Now he had to kind of slow down, and meanwhile Darren closing in, J-Benz, myself. Then we had a bigger gap to Taxivator. Dremet trying to close the gap towards Taxivator, and then here this fight between Arjen, Pera and Igiava. 3 wide into turn 9, but yeah, let's see what happens to Jormeli's car in the front there. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, this is crazy. Come on. Yeah, I mean, yes, I can understand. I ended up crashing into Jormeli, couldn't see the car with camera 3. I mean, even if you are totally raging or whatever, I mean, at least bring your car to the side somewhere, park it somewhere else. Don't park it on the track. I mean, I know it's adrenaline running high and everything, but yeah, Jormeli failed braking point and hit Radi. Then he lifted, which rehabilitates his bump. Radi failed second turn of chicane on his own. Yeah, okay. Luckily, his cadaver stopped at a good point. I mean, Jormeli should have parked the car somewhere else, because this is not fair to all the other drivers. Like, look how much time Stealth lost here, and then obviously put himself into a position where he couldn't. Yeah, Stealth obviously did the job for everyone here, but he lost so much time now against Charged. And then this 3-way fight over here, this is crazy. Akram losing out to Nestori and Yono there slightly, recovering right now, but got back again into position, protecting the inside and the outside line, obviously, setting up the car for turn 1. And then this is also a very crucial moment over here. If you lifted slightly throughout that corner, you would have been gobbled up by the car. So it was very difficult to get away from a car which was following closely. And also it was very difficult for a car to follow throughout turn 3, it is, I believe. Because of the downforce loss, you sort of had to lift, or you had to be careful. And also, I noticed that the pit exit was slightly dangerous because people were already going immediately to the ID line for whatever reason, even if they have seen blue flags, which means watch out, there is a faster car approaching. Grandi bumping into Kosandari, but as we know, Grandi lifts there, being very fair towards Kosandari, and lifted to give back the time loss. But now Grandi on the outside of Kosandari into the final couple of corners, because Kosandari made a mistake over there. And now Grandi finally through and can focus on the cars ahead of him, as it was Akram, Yono and Nestori who were in front of him. So now the charge could begin. Grandi trying to break the slipstream over there, followed closely by Yuki, Kosandari and McVision. McVision trying to catch them, trying to sort of get into the slipstream, because that will help him a huge amount to get away from Darren, so that he can focus on the front. You're around the outside. Yeah. Well, this outside line here is pretty good actually in turn 9. And you could also defend throughout the next couple of corners. Yeah, this is a fight here between teammates. I'm not sure if they are going to swap positions. Let's see, soft tires versus medium tires. I believe Yono should have been let by, or should have been let past there by Nestori. Akram trying to undercut Yono over here as they are on a similar strategy, soft tires. Akram coming in at the end of lap 6 and might end up being in traffic, as we have seen with Charged. Charged also was in traffic there. And Akram will end up having a hard time coming through. But I believe Akram was on a soft, hard strategy, which, in my opinion, the hard tires worked very well in comparison or against the medium compound. Because over here, as you can see, I mean, I was not maybe the fastest tonight, but I could keep up with some of the faster guys on the medium tires in front of me, like J-Benz, who qualified in front of me, and to some extent to Darren as well. But due to the fighting and battling over there in the background against J-Benz, Vispa, myself, and then also trying to defend against Taxivator, who was coming closer and closer, we lost quite some time there against Darren. And at the end, this time is going to be needed to in order to catch them and in order to be in front of them. But yeah, I guess this is the time loss here that was crucial for the last couple of laps there. And meanwhile, Charged in the pits, same as Yono, who is probably, and I think all the McLaren boys except Nestori, who was doing the alternate strategy, he will probably then switch to the soft tires later on, and Charged and Yono on the similar, or actually on the same strategy probably. Now let's see, Charged will come out behind Igiava maybe, if Igiava manages to overtake here in this hairpin, but actually not. Maybe this is actually a smart move here from Igiava to try and come back here towards the chicane. Igiava trying to get it around the outside there, leaving enough space for Charged, being fair, and now Igiava making the mistake. Now he's probably going to cover the inside, which is, in hindsight, the bad part if you want to protect against an attacking car on the outside, because the next couple of corners are the inside, and then Charged obviously made it stick there and yeah, got through and finally can have now somewhat of a clean air there to attack the next car, which is Dremet. Let's see, I think we had another car in the pits, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was Stealth. Stealth actually coming in at the end of lap 7. Interesting, so he pushed a little bit more there, or maybe that is actually how you should be using the soft tires, I'm not sure. But yeah, now Stealth is on a hard tire and will probably go with the hard tire towards the end. Now Stealth has the same sort of issue as Charged had, but with the difference that Stealth is now actually behind Igiava for quite some time and has to first of all catch up towards Igiava. And yeah, meanwhile we had a great fight over here between Grandi and Nestori, who obviously profited from the pit stops earlier by the other cars who were running soft tires. Now the medium runners are still in contention, and they have a couple of more laps in them before they come into the pits. Everyone sort of behaves over here throughout the chicane. No shortcuts so far, except the ones at the beginning that we had. And now this is actually quite interesting over here, because J-Benz struggled to get away with the medium tires from us, and I, on the other hand, struggled to get past Vispa. Vispa was defending like a champion, and this is what I mean with the outside line. For some reason, like this worked every time, and this is actually what sort of saved me a little bit and gave me that sort of time to hopefully run away from Vispa, because Vispa was fast, but he was not as fast in certain corners, at least not in those corners. I would take them differently, and then I noticed like I nearly bumped into him a couple of times, as well as J-Benz, and you can tell like J-Benz is sort of struggling on his medium tires, even though they are not as used as you would think. So, oh wait, why is Taxivator running wide? So Taxivator running wide there, why? Was that a mistake? Was it a mistake? I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, it was a mistake by Taxivator. Taxivator probably wanted to leave some room there for charge, then actually has taken too much care of that and then missed the corner. So yeah, through here, Charged managed to go on the outside around Taxivator, and then meanwhile the corner over there, I sort of also nailed it for the first time, I believe, in these first 9 laps, and they enabled me to that enabled me to sort of attack J-Benz into the hairpin over there in the back again. Yeah, slight mistake there from Vispa, who braked too late, bumped into J-Benz there slightly. Yeah, there, and then here Charge as well, trying to get through there, and then ooh, Igiava running Remet wide over there. I mean, it's between teammates, but I believe Remet was not amused. So Igiava not only did he run Remet like wide, but also didn't help him to get the position back, or the lost time back. So now Stealth is actually past Remet, and this is only good here for Remet, because it helps him quite a lot that they are fighting. I mean, for Stealth, I mean, it helped him that they fought there for a moment. So yeah, here Charged went past. And then I think I bumped here into Nestor, into Vispa, but I tried to brake and to give him the position back. Now Charged has sort of figured out the opportunity, but these sort of bumps, and this is what I mean, they might be the reason why Radi, for instance, was pissed at the end or whatever, and then bumped into Jormeli and did what he did to Jormeli. These slight bumps, they are annoying, I can imagine, but still, if it's not like a huge hit or whatever, or a bump on purpose, then, and then here again, a bump from Charged. I think this was hurting Charged race, because he couldn't pass. Yeah, and the chat in during the race was annoying as well. I lost the focus here, I think, when I was reading the messages, and then I was finally overtaken. And then I finally got, lap 10? What's lap 10? Yeah, really nice to drive with you. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Intimidation tactics as well. Don't blame it on the tires. Lap 10, bonk. No, there's no reason. Yep. So yeah. Then Charge was finally through. Oh, and then Igiava went wide. Why? Did he miss the braking totally there? Oof. Yeah, he tried to avoid the contact with against Taxivator, and then couldn't stop. He went onto the pixie dust, I would say. And yeah, this is sort of annoying for Igiava there. Let's see. This is annoying for Igiava because the outside part does not have a much braking. So Stealth attacking, obviously. Igiava was under pressure, couldn't brake, and then yeah, went onto the pixie dust. which didn't allow him to brake that much. I went there as well in the end. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Igiava lost a huge chunk of time again. So yeah, here, this is like, and this is what I mean, that Charged, he figured, you know, he overtook me previously, but he, I think he messed up over here in this corner, and then it allowed me to, yeah, here. Okay, I got bumped there into, I think I got bumped slightly there. Did I? No. Yeah, but I lost time as well, braked there a little bit, and then tried to get charged. I'm not sure if it was because of my touch there that he went wide. If so, then I am sorry. But yeah, I tried a final time to attack Charged over there, to give him some, to make him some, to put him under pressure, and I didn't succeed. My tires obviously were almost dying there. I think, who is that? This was Vispa. He touched Latifi's wall there, and yeah, so now we have probably our first guys on the mediums coming in into the pits. Yono meanwhile trying to get past. Let's see, do we have, yeah, we have Grandi now at the end of lap 10 coming in for a pit stop. Grandi going on to the medium tires once more. And then we have here an awesome fight against J-Benz. Slight touch there by Stealth. Must be the water. But yeah, slight touch there from Stealth against J-Benz, I believe. Yeah, but yeah, well, you could argue J-Benz steered into him, but you know, there was enough space. Both of them, it was just unlucky that they touched. I'd say it's a common racing incident. So in the lead we have Nestori, Yuki, Mekvizen, Kosandari and Darren. Like this group of 5 is running away slightly there still, with their tires being also pretty much slowing them down, especially the medium runners. And then here Charged overtook Vispa finally, and then Vispa trying to get back here. Charged had to really fight for it tonight. So I believe without all of this fighting happening in the, and this is also because of Charged strategy, he has had the soft tires in the beginning, and the reason for him falling this far back is obviously that the field wasn't spread as much as you would expect in the first couple of laps, and then him getting into the midfield, into the bulk of those cars wouldn't help him, and then he had to really fight for it tonight in order to get past certain cars, which we will see in the end. It was a real nail biter, and yeah, it was not an easy task for Charged tonight. So meanwhile, Dremet and J-Benz, those two trying, oh damn, this is actually quite crazy over here, because Dremet was being attacked there by Akram, who stopped earlier, also going from the soft tires onto the hard tires. Dremet trying to be fair there against his rival, and then this is so unlucky because the pit entry is to the right side, and if you don't know that the car in front wants to go into the pits, this could have been a Monza-like situation. This could have been a Monza-like situation, like the one that not Dremet, but Darren and I had in Monza, or at Monza. So yeah, J-Benz now coming in, and Mekvizen coming in, as well as Kosandari, and they went from, I think, was it medium tires? Yes, they went from medium tires to medium tires again, I believe. I'm not sure how much it helped, how much these yellow lines helped over here, which I did with Radi in order to help the cars get through the tunnel. But I hope they helped. And so, yeah, here, this is the situation. Yeah, this is kind of like very tricky when you're coming out of the pits here. Everyone, like here, McVision, immediately going onto the ideal line, which you shouldn't do. I mean, there is no white line at the exit, which is, it was difficult to do because of the roads braking and everything. Maybe not, maybe I could do it later, but I don't feel like changing the track anymore. And then, yeah, but he could have stayed on the left side. This time around, he was lucky that there is no actual car onto the right side. But here as well, Kosandari, it was a much closer call. So now for them as well, they had to fight their way through, as well as Akram. Akram lost a huge amount of time here fighting against Remet. And if you look at this picture right now, like if you look at this photograph, if you look at this now, the situation, these cars, like the P4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like within 2 seconds, then you have a gap, and then you have another group over here, which are the others that just came out of the pits, merging with the hard tire compound. And this race is still sort of like on. Anything can happen. Any slight mistake or huge mistake actually might throw you back completely and overturn the strategy again. So yeah, it was crucial now to not mess up, to not get held up by any sort of like battle or, you know. I know that the top runners like Randy and Charged and Nestori, they were not in the same race as I was, obviously, but still I wanted to give them a good fight. I wanted to sort of, at least from my point of view, I wanted to have fun as well. And if that means that they have to fight for it, then I would do so. And they had fought for it, and in the end it created probably a slight bit of a heart attack, maybe at the end, towards the last couple of laps there. But yeah. Yeah, you checked if there is a car. Okay, yeah, then it's fine. But again, still, there were... I think I had a situation where a car came out of the pits and bumped slightly into me. I'm not sure who it was. I believe it was Visa Cash App. I'm not sure if it was Vispa or if it was Darren. I haven't looked, to be honest. But nothing bad happened. It's just that it could have happened that maybe we tangle or whatever. But yeah, this group was still interesting because we are sort of in the same race. Vispa, myself, Taxivator, and I thought Yono as well, but I haven't realized that Yono was actually quite far ahead. And then we had Nestori here pitting from the lead onto the soft tires, obviously, because he had two. And yeah, this is the situation. This is the situation. It was not the Visa Cash App. It was actually the McLaren, because of the slightly different livery. I thought it was a Visa Cash App, but yeah, it was Nestori actually. And believe me, I was surprised that he actually turned into me, because you don't have to necessarily go to the ideal line to make it through the corner, which you will see probably later on when I am pitting. I went to the left side and I got still bumped from some car. I think it was Arjen, but I'm not sure. There was clearly some questionable dives into the chicane near the end. Okay. Nestori disguising as Darren Kappa. 20-second penalty. Yeah, of course. Why not 20 seconds? Yeah, it was It's not nice. I check. Okay. So yeah, Nestory bumping into me there. I mean, luckily I didn't miss the corner too much previously here. Like I had a decent entry into this corner. If I didn't have a good entry into this corner, I think I might have had collided with Nestory in a much worse way, and I think we could have ended up both into the wall there with tears. But luckily nothing happened. So, and then I was like, okay, I think I wrote a question mark over here somewhere. Not sure if I did though. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So I was attacking Nestory, so I didn't care. So I was like, okay, you do you, and I do my part. I tried to at least give him a fight there. Here, yeah, tried to stick immediately my nose behind his back there to sort of get the slipstream. Touched him slightly, didn't meant for like slowing him down, and then I tried the outside overtake, but his soft tires were just OP against the hard tires that I had, and my hard tires definitely were crying for a change. And yeah, I overtook 2 cars on that straight. Okay, wait, where have you just done that, or like do you know it? Ah, yes, here maybe. Yeah. So with this slipstream, like you gain like a huge amount of speed. Are just off camera. Okay. Now they are not. Yeah, very, very fair here from all of you guys. Very, very good. I love the livery though. So looking slick with delivery here. Okay, so Stealth still managed to get past. Quite nice fight. Oh, that switchback almost worked. Damn. So Taxivator coming in as expected on his hard tires, I believe. Taxivator actually very, very, very strong recovery. No, it was actually medium tires. So Taxivator went like until the end of lap 15 on a medium tire, which is quite interesting. Nice. Good performance there. So now Darren comes out of the pits and slots back behind Kosandari and Igiava. Meanwhile, Akram and McVision fighting there, and myself trying to get into the fight there with Nestory and Vispa. I think Nestory will have a hard time there with Vispa. Vispa will catch him, maybe not, I'm not sure. Here I messed up as well, and then I was like, okay, let's go onto the outside. And this was going on for a long time until the end of this lap, where Vispa, I think, went into the pits to undercut me and almost succeeded, and then I came into the pits 1 lap later, and I think I stayed in front of Vispa. Not sure, something happened to I let McVision by. Think I'd be ahead of him anyways when he pits again. Big mistake. Yeah, I mean, shit happens. So McVision in front of Akram. Now Vispa coming in here for a change of tires. Now Yuki went from medium onto medium. Vispa went from... Oh, damn. Okay, wait. So I know Vispa had 2 mistakes. He's not pitting. Now he's pitting. Okay. Yeah, lost some time there, Vispa. Lost some time, very crucial, I believe. And this is actually the reason why Vispa came out of the pits. Why I was in front of him when I had my stop. Yeah, that 1 second or half second decision there cost him there the position. So Charged and Grandi now in the lead there, fighting them. And so behind them is actually Nestori trying to close the gap towards Grandi and Charged here. I'm not sure if that is actually succeeding, what Nestor is trying to do there, if he's succeeding. But yeah, I believe, yeah, let's see. Wait, where is the... I was confused there because my wife came in just for a second. Sorry, so I missed the pit stop over here. So we have Yono and Stealth fighting it out there. I will get to that fight as well. So I'm pitting there for the medium tires, and I was on a hard medium strategy. Here is Vispa approaching turn 1. I'm coming through there, and I hear the car to my right side, but I didn't expect Vispa there to be there, like here. This is what I meant, like if I'd come out onto the middle part of the track, I think we would have collided even in a worse way, and then who knows what could have happened. So coulda, woulda, shoulda. So yeah, Vispa there, and he is going to set up for an overtake over here, and we will have another go there. So Yono and Stealth, they were fighting for some time over there. I believe Yono has to come in towards the end of the stint of this race for another set of probably medium tires, I would assume, or maybe even hard tires, who knows, because Yono is currently at 50%. So yeah, he has to come in for the hard tires probably, and then he can go towards the end, but he needs to do like at least, oh well, I mean he has to do at least 5 more laps or something like that in order to do it. Like he has to come in at the end of lap 22, but I'm not sure if his medium tires are going to last that long, so maybe he comes for another set of medium tires, but who knows. Thanks, Yono, you too. We had a great battle. The lapped car helped me to break the slipstream. Yeah, okay. My strat was golden today. Yeah. You were so fast on the hard tires at the end. Yeah, in my opinion, the hard tires worked much better than the medium tires, if you ask me. But not sure. Maybe I thought like maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just, you know, some weird placebo effect or whatever, but if you guys say as well that the hard tires felt better than the medium tires, then yes, I do agree. That's at least how it felt for me as well, because I felt like I could push the hard tires more. Obviously they have some loss in performance, I mean that's obvious, but you could push them a bit more. You could push them a bit more, which was quite interesting. So yeah, so let's see the top 3 guys, which were closing up here. Grandi, Nestori, and Charged. This is quite interesting, the strategy. So Nestori with the soft tires, trying obviously, and was probably led by Charged, and then trying to sort of be quick to catch Grandi, but also not too quick to let Grandi go, because this slipstream sort of helps Grandi, and if they battle, Charged might be getting closer towards them. So yeah, so this is like great teamwork if Nestori is actually slowing Grandi down. Let's see. But I believe Nestori was just driving and doing his own thing. Now Charged needed to come in for another set of... Wait, did Charged make a mistake over here in the entry of the pits? Oh no, it just looked like it, okay. So yeah, he came into the pits now and is going to change from mediums to What is it? Mediums to hard tires. Okay. So the game is on. So Charge is going to go to the end with these tires. Damn, 18 laps on these tires. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, Charge, Taxivator. Oh yeah, and myself and Vispa there again fighting. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Ah, damn it, I couldn't. So, Taxivator is there, then Vispa and myself again. Vispa used all the opportunities that he had to sort of pressure me into a mistake. And actually he succeeded there, as you have seen. I braked late. Then we have here another fight. Kosandri and Akram actually fighting for P5. Meanwhile, Darren, slight bump there from Darren into Yuki, getting into the chicane. I believe that these chat messages should be... I think that these chat messages should be sort of turned off during a race, because they are quite annoying if you are... Oh, this is interesting. Dramet and J-Benz, as you have seen probably there. Okay, so Yuki... Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is a little bit aggressive there, but luckily nothing happened between them. So Yuki now trying this overtake. Oh, and Darren turned in as if Yuki was not there. Oh, which is also very hard defending there by Darren. I don't know if Yuki liked that, to be honest. But yeah, now Nestor is coming out of the pits, and then ooh, this is dangerous. I mean, I mean, I know that there is no white line, but you have the blue flags indicator, which is over here. It's showing you that you have to sort of yield. It's showing you that you have to yield. And this is... Yeah, this was actually very dangerous there. And Nestori, second time evading a big collision. Nice, but yeah, the team was like a well-oiled machine today. Yeah. I mean, Yono charged and you, definitely a strong driver pairing. So yeah. By the way, GG's Nestori for the first win in TSU F1. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, the livery actually helped there. And this was crazy over here, this fight as well. Because now it comes down to the strategy and who has lost the least amount of time through traffic. A few late birthday present. Yeah, a slightly delayed birthday present, yeah. So now we have into the pits Akram, changing hard tires for hard tires, which is obviously the thing to go if you are going to start with soft tires in the beginning. There could have been maybe a 3-stopper as well, but I guess 2-stopper works. So yeah, this fight was on here. Yono was losing some time here against Vispa and myself. And then here Kosandari, and this was a quite interesting group over here. Stealth for now leading in front of McVision. These two guys had a huge amount of time there gained, but they would need to come in for another set of tires. And Kosandari there with a mistake. Wait, Cyber, we go 3 wide at some point around there. Yeah, around here. Yes, true. Must be the next lap. I did 10 races like this season, and 5 of them were 1-2 seconds. 1 and 2s. Okay, so 50% success rate. Okay. So yeah, we are going to get into a three-way fight over here, I believe. Yeah, this is the... No, not here. Maybe the next lap, yes. Next lap, probably. We will have a three-way fight. And this was very nice here from Vispa. Ah, yeah, here. This is the fight. Yeah, now it's like the heat is on. So, shortcut detected by Yuki. So, let's see, where is Yuki? This was also an interesting scene over here because Kosandari had a shortcut penalty here. Yeah, here. Kosandari with the shortcut penalty. Now, having to defend against multiple cars, didn't know where to go, had to go onto the middle of the track to sort of try and slow them down. But Kosandari losing out 3 positions because of that one mistake over here. Ooh, this is quite harsh. This is quite harsh here. I mean, you could argue that Darren should have left him a little bit more room. Yeah, I mean, Darren left actually some room there, but Kosandari turned in way too early. Sorry. Darren left some room here, yeah. I mean, yeah, where is it? So... Yeah, Darren left him some room over here. Kosandari turned in way early, and they could have still gotten side by side. They could have gotten side by side there through that corner, but they could have drive there through that corner side by side. But I guess Kosandari wanted to avoid the touches, so opted for the shortcut. Unlucky for him there, and lost 3 more positions. In total 4 positions, 1 against Darren, and then another 3 against Nestori, Grandi and Yuki because of the shortcut penalty. Now Charged is approaching, and this is what Kosandari probably didn't want to see. I believe Kosandari is coming into the pits anyway in like 3 or 4 laps time. Charged, trying to get through there, and then oh no, actually Kosandari is coming into the pits right now. Crazy moment. Okay. And Taxivator, obviously. Taxivator gained a huge amount of time against Kosandari there. And this is the reason why actually Kosandari got into that position of being in that battle there against the others when it came to the last stint. So yeah, here Jono and Vispa trying to negotiate through the turn without touching each other. And then here I was lucky to have some slipstream there from Stealth. I could follow Stealth for some time, but then obviously Stealth on the hard tires was flying away, and I have done one too many mistakes. One too many mistakes there on my part, and Stealth was gone, and then so was my protection against Jono and Vispa. This battle over here with Yuki, I'm quite happy for Yuki there that he sort of managed to pull off a good race. I mean, this was a little bit. This shouldn't have happened. I mean, it was first of all a mistake by Yuki for hitting the wall there, and then here making this mistake, allowing Charge to come into that position. Now, this is not necessarily a mistake by Charge, but a mistake by Yuki for touching Charged's left rear tire. I mean, Charge was obviously already past him, so there is nothing Charged could have done. Maybe lifted, but I mean, again, it was his turn, so yeah. I had 3 wide into the chicane twice. Okay. So yeah, Yuki had a decent race after bad qualifying, bad in for his standards, and yeah, because I know that he sort of practiced quite a lot and had also spent a lot of time on the track. McVision bumping into Vispa, losing time himself there, but not helping his race. This fight here in between Vispa and Yono is definitely slowing McVision a little bit down. Not by a huge amount, as these guys are fast, but currently he is closing the gap towards Vispa, and then he will lose probably some time. Vispa bumped before. Yeah. Goldwaage. He bumped before, and then you also couldn't brake. You couldn't anticipate there. All in all, it cost you some time there. That's all what I was going to say. And then, yeah, okay, now I guess it's a three-way fight into this turn. Yeah, and then Yono got me. I think he got into the slipstream there, and then we will have a nice fight towards this part of the track, turn 9, I believe. Yeah, okay. So Vispa and we will end up having another battle at some point. So let's see what's going on in the front. Charged, trying to get away, and Darren still in P3, keeping Yuki and Grandi behind him. And now Yuki is trying to get around the outside, which might not help. Darren fighting there for his life, trying to keep Yuki behind him as they are losing time while doing so. Because this is helping. Oh god, okay. Because this is going to help the other group behind them, like who was that? McVision, Yono, and Vispa, myself, like they will profit from it. Now, Yuki, touched the wall there. Grandi bumped into him. Yuki lost quite a lot of time there against Darren. Darren has some time to sort of focus a bit better. And yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the three-way fight. Yes, true. So let's see from. Yeah, this I think this was a little bit. This was not as clean around the hairpin, I believe, if I remember correctly, because we sort of bumped here already into each other. I tried to, here, I don't know, like, yeah, it was crazy because I didn't know what Vispa was going to do, and then we went 3 wide over here. Luckily, there was no big incident over there into the chicane, and we managed to go through without giving up the positions too much. And then, oh god, yeah, this I remember. I felt a slight touch there, but because I thought I already was through and I had some room there, but I guess Yono was finally through with this group. Now McVision had to do the same, but I believe McVision is going to feel slightly relieved after seeing both cars coming in. Like, this is, I can't imagine McVision was like, holy shit, this is lucky. When he saw these 2 cars coming in, like, he was probably having a smile on his face. But yeah, this was epic, you know, I give you that. That was a very nice and fair fight between all of us. I liked it, I enjoyed it. Yeah, very nice racing, very, very clean, very fair. Ooh, and then, yeah, this is... So, where is it? So where is it now? So here is me, here is Vispa. And Vispa bumped into me. Then I wanted to... And then for some reason, whatever happened there to Vispa, Vispa didn't... Like, look at the tires, the changing. Look here. He thought he had 100%, but he did not have 100%. And then he didn't realize I was just now getting to 100%. And then I was starting. And Vispa just now realized, oh, he has no tires. So he backed off again. And then had to, yeah, okay, this is annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, okay, you were okay. Have a good time, Yono. Thanks, man, for stopping by. Take care, man. Nice one. Yeah, that three-way fight was 2 times failed. Yeah. Yeah, he failed on his first stint, I think, and then now on his second stint. Or he failed on his second stint and failed on the third stint, yes. Must be an amateur. Yeah. Could be. But yeah, Vispa was definitely a pain in the ass tonight. And I mean it in a good way. He was giving me a fight there. And I believe without that fight, I could have caught Darren there a bit more. Like I could have caught up to Darren a bit earlier there. Yeah. So yeah, let's focus now on. Like we have, as far as I know, we have 2 fights. We will have a fight with Kosandari, Yuki, and Darren, and we will have a fight with Charged, Nestori, and Grandi, I believe. So Grandi is here, Charge is over there, and Nestori. So it will be a fight to the end. Let's see, what is this tire situation? Nestori has hard, 74%, 71 for Charged, and 78 for Grandi. So Grandi obviously has the tire advantage. He might have pitted maybe 1 or 2 laps later because or in general, Grandi is like the tire whisperer as well, so he doesn't use a lot of tires, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that Hendrik? I think Hendrik has that skill and property, I would say, to manage the tires throughout the race. But yeah, we will get to that once it closes down. And now we have to focus on the other part of the race. Akram, I don't know what happened to Akram, but Akram lost quite a lot of positions being in P4 and P3 in the beginning. And I guess due to some of the bad strategy calls there from the pit wall, pitting in lap 6 and then coming in for 2 stints of hard tires, but the first stint definitely ruined the race for Akram there slightly. But yeah, Igiava only pitting now. Now Igiava probably coming in for the soft tires as well as Yuki. Yuki came out of the pits in front of me, and I hoped he slips up somewhere, but Yuki just driving very, very, very nice tonight. Not many mistakes by him. And then also catching up. I suck at the race starts. As simple as that. I had to adapt my strategy accordingly. Okay. I believe it's also the you being in the middle of the pack when when after pitting for the first time. So yeah, Taxi Vader chasing Akram, Darren bumping into Kosandari, allowing Darren, but yeah, this is fair. This is fair. This is fair. Darren actually slowed down over here. Here, he could have overtaken Kosandari, but he slowed down and let Kosandari go, and very, very fair from Darren. Good to see that. Also apologizing. This is very nice from Darren. Not many would have done that. So Dremet and Igiava, they meet again. Igiava causing Dremet to run wide at some point during the race. I mean, it's bad when it happens between teammates, but it can happen. There is no way around it. So where are the fights? What do we see? My aborted start was much worse. Okay. Yeah, okay. If that is what you say, then I will believe that. So here we have, who is that here? Stealth. So Grandi charged and Nestori still sort of at the same gap there. Now the overtaking of Radi might actually cause some drama, but Radi improved in terms of blue flags and getting away from others, not trying to block them, as he is one lap down. Now Charged has managed to go past Radi. Now Charged has to hope for Radi to block Grandi there, maybe unintentionally, obviously, but then Grandi actually managed to pass Radi as well, very fair and clean. Radi also being very fair, didn't bump into anyone. Very good to see that. Now Radi, the old Radi would have attacked over here, but yeah, the improved Radi knows better now. Yeah, I mean, well, slip up there and bump into Grandi, but Grandi didn't lose much time. I think Radi lost way more time there against Grandi, if you say so. If you would say so, but yeah. Radi's a lap down and didn't interfere with the leaders, but J-Benz mentioning a nice roll means that probably he witnessed Vispa's Salto Mortale. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is only a thing, like, I don't know. Ah, the Latifi corner again. Oh my god. Damn it. Ah, damn Vispa. The Latifi corner got you. Okay, let's see. Let's prepare ourselves here for the once in a lifetime chance to see that. Okay. Okay, okay. You go there? Okay. Go on there. Damn. We have to kind of make a screenshot from that. Let's see. Ah, no, wait. Let's see if J-Benz gets, when J-Benz gets closer. So like this. Yeah. Take your screenshots if you want. Highlight of the race, yes. Like, you wonder how I ended up here. Okay, let me rewind. Let me rewind and tell you a story about Avispa man and Abu Dhabi and the Formula One race. Think differently, yes. Red Bull gives you wings, obviously. Wait, let me sort of, yeah, now you can probably take some screenshots here. Hanging in there like a cow. Damn, Vispa. Levitating from the bottom there. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, this is something else. Definitely think different. Okay, take pictures from his diffuser. Might help you in the next season there, if you can see anything here, but it's black. I guess you can't see anything. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. 4 shortcuts, 2 pit arrows, and a barrel roll. And a bar in Pier 3, okay. Oh, damn it. Wait, what happened? I heard another crash somewhere. Did I hear another crash somewhere? Ah, okay. Radi bumped into Grandi. Okay. But nothing much happened. So, wait, where was I? I was at the top there watching the battle between Nestori Charged and Grandi, yes. And then here, McVision and Yono. I think this is an interesting fight. McVision and Yono, definitely. Fighting for P5. And maybe Radi will help McVision right now to break the slipstream, which McVision mentioned in the beginning of this race recap, I believe. Yono trying to figure out a way there, but I guess McVision has the fresher hard compound and Yono has, what is it? So Yono has 55% and McVision 69%. It will be really difficult for Yono to keep up with McVision. I believe at the end of this race, Yono might have like somewhere around 45% of tires. Maybe even less than 45, who knows. Next lap you fail, okay. So, wait. Wait. Charge is now way closer to... There is Nestori, okay. So here is Nestori. Charge is 2 seconds away from him. And now Nestori fails, okay. Oh, this is bad. So 58 versus 55. But Charged, you can hear that he's lifting. Is he lifting? Yes, he's lifting. Charge is lifting. Charge is not going to overtake him. Not now, at least. Damn. Nice teamwork. Definitely the strongest team this season. Strong driver pairing. Who knows what could have been if Roseny was still around? And if he could have motivated Vispa in participating a bit more. Vispa is also showing strong performances. But yeah, I guess Vispa has no motivation. Charged gifts Nestori the win. Okay, the race. Yeah, this is... Yeah. This is very nice from Charged as well. Nestori, Yono, Charged. Congratulations. Like very, very nice teamwork there. Charged again, not trying to overtake. Crazy race, but I believe Nestori is making those slight mistakes and Charged might get nervous because Grandi is getting closer and closer and closer, and the gap closes down, and Grandi is there to take it if needed. Grandi will close down the gap, I believe, even more. Between, wait, is it Shift Tab? No, it's not Shift Tab. Control Tab shows the gaps between the cars. And yeah, Yono and McVision also were fighting there, 0.5 seconds. And this thing over there is also quite interesting. And then here, this is, I believe, the moment where... Ooh, okay, McVision with a slight mistake, and this slipstream over here helps now McVision quite a lot to get away from Yono as far as possible. Yono now has the bad situation over here that Radi is directly in front of him. And yeah, okay, this is now probably difficult to catch from Yono, but here this race gets more intense with every turn. I got all the points for V-Carb at the start of the season, then I lost motivation. It happens. Yeah. I was panicking, yes, I can imagine. Oh, wait. I will get back to you guys, but let me see, because I'm also curious what happened between Darren and Yuki. Okay, so Kosandari... Ooh, wait. What happened there to Darren with Akram? So Akram defending against Darren, fighting for P8. Darren obviously in the slipstream, trying to go around the outside, makes a mistake there. Here. Yeah, makes a mistake going onto the blue stuff. And then couldn't brake in time. Now trying to get around the corner, couldn't do it properly. Wait. And then losing some time against Taxivader Yuki and Kosandari, because he had a difficult entry into the turn. So here a slight bump from Yuki, which pushed the pass. Yeah, okay, this, yeah, okay. I mean, we criticized Horia for this sort of thing. Here, this bump actually made Darren lose a lot of time and also a lot of traction, which is quite more important. Darren lost some traction over here, and yeah, and that enabled you to sort of be alongside him. And then, yeah, okay, I mean, I don't like commenting this, but I wouldn't say necessarily illegal overtake. It was at this point, Darren should have noticed Yuki next to him, but Darren already steering towards Yuki. Yuki still not steering towards the apex, as his angle of attack there towards the apex is much sharper. And Darren bumping into Yuki actually makes this accident even worse, I'd say that way. Because Yuki is already there, and Yuki needs to brake, but hear me out, Yuki needs to brake as well, but Yuki is there nevertheless, so you cannot brake and turn into the corner as if he's not there. So as much as Yuki is responsible to go safely into the turn, Darren is responsible as well. And this could have been avoided if they both have given each other a little bit more space. This was a little bit aggressive on Yuki's part and also aggressive defending on Darren's part. But to make matters worse, like Yuki should have given the position back. Yuki should have given the position back, and Darren should have been way more careful. Darren should have been way more careful when yeah, you see? And this is it, like I mean, I can imagine he blocked me earlier while he shortcutted and then turned into me multiple times. I was pretty pissed. Okay, like where did he block? Like in the chicane? Guys. So this is Kosandari and Yuki fighting. This is fine. This is the moment with Akram. Darren was not shortcutted here. He was just slow out of that corner. And then here... I mean, if it happened previously in the previous laps, then I have missed it. I'm sorry. I wouldn't like to go back. I will have to believe you that it happened. But here in this case, in my opinion, Darren should have given a bit more space. Yuki could have also been a bit more careful with the aggressiveness. But which is worse is that, I mean, not worse, but like the same sort of weight on the incident is this part over here as well, where Darren comes back to the track and then immediately sets his car up for the ideal line, and that actually makes Kosandari go wide. And yeah, as much as this is a 50-50 mistake, this is clearly a mistake also here by Darren. And the biggest loser now is Kosandari, and Yuki should have also waited there and given the position maybe back to Darren, just in case, to avoid any sort of penalties, because I'm not sure if the racing committee will penalize that or not. In my opinion, it was a racing accident between both drivers, like 50-50. Both did a mistake, both haven't given enough space, both were too aggressive. In my opinion, it's like a 50-50. It's, you cannot. I wouldn't give the fault to one driver only. Like, it's a 50-50 because Yuki, yes, he entered aggressively, but also Darren defended aggressively, and the outer car obviously lost out because of the physics in the game. And in my opinion, this is like a 50-50 mistake. If anything, then both should be penalized. But then again, I mean, that's stupid to penalize two cars that have battled each other and whatever. But the part where Darren comes back to the track against Kosandari was actually, you know, slightly worse because... I mean, not worse, but like, you know, Kosandari was there, and coming back to the track like that is dangerous. And yeah, obviously, Kosandari lost out there quite a huge amount of time, which throw him back towards me. Kosandari as well. Oi. 10 seconds both, so I can... Nah. No, that would be stupid to penalize, to give them both like time penalties, which in my opinion is not okay. But like, again, this part over here is sort of the one that this part over here is, because here you can see that, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, again, like, unsafe return to the track, I would say. you apologize to Kosandari. I mean, maybe in hindsight you could have waited there, but I guess you were also under some adrenaline rush there, and yeah. But at least you have accepted that it's your mistake. I mean, in my opinion, that has more value than anything else. At least you admitted that you have made a mistake there. But yeah, in my opinion, like if you wouldn't have admitted the mistake, I think then you could have gotten a penalty. But in my opinion, if you admitted the mistake there, you should not get a penalty. I don't know, like you can. I mean, the committee will decide, but in my opinion, yeah, it's a settled topic then. I use a close cam 6. I didn't see him late, yeah, but I could have let him pass. Yeah. Difference in Darren's accidental. Yuki has purposely gone into Darren and said as much above when he said he was pissed from earlier stuff. Yes, he did a dive bomb on Darren, but again, like I'd say it's still a 50-50 mistake because Darren also aggressively defended, even though like Yuki can do whatever. If he dive bombed because he was pissed, then that's on Yuki. But if Darren aggressively defends the same way as Yuki attacked, then obviously it's a 50-50 in my opinion. But yeah, happy analyzing in the FIA committee there. Looking at McVision and J-Benz. I'm just giving opinions. You don't have to be the same opinion as I. But again, it's just what I think it is, or what happened there. So yeah, let's go back then to. Oh, and then yeah. True. After this, Kosandari had a Latifi moment, and this is like quite annoying. And I can imagine Kosandari also being pissed because of this. Kosandari obviously trying to get Darren, and then he has been overtaken by me. Darren has slightly less tire life in his medium tires than Kosandari had in his hard tires, but yeah. So let's go back to the leaders. No flip, 1 out of 10. So wait, this is charged. Now, let's see. Let's look at this at the last 2 laps between charged and this is that was the moment where we left when we got to Yuki, Darren, and Kosandari. So yeah, let's go back here and watch this battle. So this is now quite interesting over here. So I'm not sure what happened, but Grandi got closer and closer. And I believe it's 49.52. So charged has way less tires than Nestori, and Nestori probably making small micro mistakes there around the track, which puts them back towards Grandi. And Grandi was probably happy that they have opted for a 1-2 drive in this formation, like Nestori and charged, because it's clear that charged might have had a better pace than Nestori. Maybe they should have switched so that charged was giving slipstream to Nestori, and then in the final moments charged would give back the position to Nestori. But in hindsight, it's easier to say at the end of this lap. Yeah, because Yeah, you have had a gap towards the end of this lap because Charged was fighting and looking backwards probably more than forwards. So Charged was sort of defending against Grandi here. Maybe that is the reason why. Oh. Okay. Okay. Damn, this is intense. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay, 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 that, okay, 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 okay. I mean, okay. I don't wanna make this bad, make this look bad. But in my opinion, this was a very, very late launch at Grandi, and only because you touched the rear of Grandi, you were able to sort of put yourself alongside Grandi, and then you touched him again at the Latifi corner. I mean, I don't want to make this great and awesome battle look bad, but this is sort of not okay. Yeah, this here, like, very late. And then here, Grandi had to sort of, because of that late move, Grandi had to sort of change the entry into the next turn as well. And then here, due to that mistake, not on his own, he had to open up this corner, which enabled you then again to sort of get to the inside. And yeah, and this push is not okay. You gained quite a lot of time. You did not overtake him. It seems that you are sort of yeah, I don't know. I mean, I mean, it's a great fight, but again, like, I mean, here you didn't overtake Grandi, and it seems to be fine, but still, it kind of isn't, because Grandi lost time, and you know. And then here, oh, this was a surprise attack there. Damn, okay. So Grandi thought you would... You braked so late that Grandi thought, like, to brake even later and then overshot, and you forced him into a mistake. Damn, this is intense. Look at this. Damn. You can tell that Grandi sort of missed the braking, because he should have braked already at the second marker, and he braked way later. Here, he braked definitely later after the marker, so he overshot, got himself into a bad position again, and now the outside, as we learned from previous overtakes, the outside, to be fair, it's not the easiest thing to race side by side with worn hards. Yes, and to be fair, so that's the reason why he should be a bit more careful. Yeah, I mean, Horia gets 10 seconds anyway, so even if he's not in the race, he gets 10 seconds for this bad move from any one of us. So yeah, Charged gets... I thought Charged would... I think Grandi thought that Charged would brake late there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, yeah. So I thought Charged would go onto the outside, but Grandi knew better and then opened up here. Ooh. Okay. So Charged did not use the outside line. He tried to do the switcheroo, and Grandi made a mistake by opening up this corner. And then this bit. Yeah, okay. I mean... you should have given the position back. You should have given the position back. Yeah, you should have given the position back, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if the previous moves were questionable, this was definitely not questionable. I mean, Grandi is on the outside part of the track, but yeah. You should have given the position back. Yeah, I don't know. Feel free to commentate, but yeah, even if it feels difficult, like at this moment, but the position should have been given back there, in my opinion. So let's see here. Yuki against Akram. Or is it Yuki? Yeah, it is Yuki actually. Yuki against Akram. Oh, Akram. Doing the Whisper move there. Ooh, and Yuki here. Against Taxivator. Red Bull flying towards the finish line. Nice, nice recovery. So here is me waiting for Dremet, teasing him. Let's see, where is Dremet? Where is me on the track? So there is my car. So I was lifting already a little bit there. So Dremet had a nice fight there against Kosandari, and then here I was lifting already, teasing Dremet there. Teasing. Ah, damn it. It was great. Good fun. Good fun, everyone. So we have Pera and Grosjean, or Arjen, great Arjen, sorry. Not Grosjean, what am I saying? And then, yeah, let's watch them come to the end. Good job, Arjen, for driving until the end. Next season, please. In a couple of months' time, I believe. So yeah, congrats to everyone. Congrats to everyone, guys. I believe this was a very, very intense season. Very, very nice season. Intense season, full of drama, full of nice battles. A season full of ups and downs. A season with a lot of controversy, or a bit of controversy, and yeah. A season that that came to an end as I expected, with on a high, so to say. Like, this last race was definitely a good one. It had a lot of battles. It had a lot of good things going on. Some not so good battles, but yeah, it is what it is. I want to thank everyone that participated. Everyone, even Horia, for the participation, and yeah, I am looking forward to the next season. Who knows? Thanks to the organizers McVison and J-Benz for giving us this amazing calendar this year with a lot of good battles and tracks, and yeah, I am looking forward to the next one, even though I am not sure as well if I'm going to continue or not. The same as Nestori, probably retire completely. But yeah, it was good fun. Congratulations to Charged for winning the championship, the Drivers' Championship. Congratulations to Team McLaren for getting the Constructors' Championship. Congratulations to everyone else for, and also congratulations to and thanks to Charged and Nestori and Yono for pushing everyone to their limits in order to challenge them, to give them a good fight. Thanks everyone else, every other team as well, for participation and for everything that you have given us through the season. Yeah. I wish you a good night. Take care, guys. I think the next race or the next big thing is OSCR. It's the season finale again. Because this was one as well. So please, if you have time, look it up, take part if you want to. I guess Igiava still accepts an invitation, accepts your entries, and I guess it will be a blast, like 111 laps if I'm not mistaken, on the Phoenix Super Speedway. So be there, look it up, and until then, have a good one. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.